My desk planter really needs a makeover. The plants in here are actually very stressed and not doing especially well. It's because they're not getting water frequently enough. If we look at it in the Cheerful Plants app, you can see it was last watered 28 days ago, which is not ideal. You can see here I actually have it set to be watered every 10 days, and on average it's been watered every 16 days. This has been very, very stressed. I was taking pictures of it about once a week for a while just to show the progression of the colors. So here's what it looked like when I planted it. This Echeveria was purple, the Senecio was blue, and then the sedum behind it was kind of green. Over time, that sedum did get some stress color. The Echeveria has reverted back to a little bit more of a blue, but that could also be just a seasonal change. And then the Senecio is just really dried up and struggling. If we pull up the photo history over time, you can see that it was looking much better last year. So this shift to not being as healthy has definitely come in the last few months, as I have not been as consistent with watering it. So today I'm actually going to pull out all the plants. I'm going to put in a different type of soil. I will put some gritty mix in the bottom, but I'm going to put a lot of coconut coir on top and plant them mostly in that. That will help keep the roots wet a little bit longer, and I think that will help minimize the stress from the light. These have stayed so compact and relatively colorful that I don't actually want to mess with how long the light is staying on. So I'm just going to switch the soil and water a bit more frequently right from the beginning and see if that helps it look better. I've been watching these leaves for a little bit because they look odd. Initially, it looked like the plant was overwatered, which was part of the reason why I cut back on the watering. They looked a bit translucent initially, and then they shifted to kind of a yellow, but then more of a purpley pink color, but not in a good way. Not this pink purple that you kind of see starting in the center here. So I'm wondering if the plant was overwatered at some point, then these just kind of started to dry out because it wasn't getting enough water. I'm going to pull all of these leaves off, and that way I can see what's happening with the stem. Definitely some overwatering and signs of rot here. This dark is a for sure sign that the plant was rotting. Now, interestingly here, we have a bunch of dark spots on the leaves, but the stem looks okay. It should be all right to go ahead and plant this up again. There are some healthy roots here that are a little bit thicker and white. There's also a bunch of kind of dried up more brown roots that don't look as healthy. I'm going to pull most of these off, and that will encourage it to grow more roots when I replant it. Even though those leaves have some dark spots on them, I'm going to go ahead and leave them attached. Otherwise, I would be left with just a couple leaves. And the more leaves, the better when it comes to absorbing light, and that will help the plant grow faster.